Inner journeys, Antarayanas, Antarayana is inner journey. So this is episode 2 today, and the specific subtitle is Inner Conversations and Inner Messages. It's really a very, very good topic, interesting topic, which can really help us in the current moments. We are on 30th March 2020. Now it's exactly 5 p.m. So this is so important right now. The inner conversations, inner messages, inner journeys. So, dear friends, you always can interact with me if you are able to really hear well and see me clearly. The picture video quality is good. You can say hello, namaste, or you can just give me an indication. At least few of friends who are online already. So I'll come to know about this. That's very good. There are around five or six of them who are able to. Voice is good. Okay, thank you. Thank you, my friend. That's really good. So video quality is good, the audio is good, then we can proceed. So dear friends, the current moments are really very, very interesting moments. In our generation, this current generation, we are witnessing something very unusual. We have not seen such a kind of thing in our generation. Maybe in our previous generations, our forefathers or ancestors might have seen such situations where there was epidemics and like a mass kind of catastrophes, calamities. But this is the first time in our particular generation we are experiencing, which we have never experienced before. So, what can we do? How to understand this current situation? How to really move forward from here? Because at this point of time, all the survival fears are coming up. Many, many fears which are deep inside us, which are, aroused in us, are really coming out. So everywhere there is so much of fear and unrest, and there are many people, they're going crazy at this point of time. They could not digest, understand, embrace, accept what's happening right now. It's creating so much fear in them. They're going crazy. In our state, Telangana, there are few suicides reported because of the fear. People thought everyone will die. The earth is going to end. The human race will be wiped off. This is all rumors. This is all spreading negative news. It's not true. So, dear friends, and there are many who are so much addicted to alcohol, who are not unable to now drink alcohol, like in our region, where Telangana state, where toddy, The palm trees, they take this kind of toddy, which is a kind of alcohol drink, which makes them feel drunk completely. So people have withdrawal effects. Like they could not get this kind of toddy because shops are closed, and they're going crazy. They are on the roads and creating unrest and violence, and people are becoming violent. There's really very, very interesting moments. What can balance us at this point of time? When such things are happening collectively to our world, to our planet Earth, what can we do as a group consciousness? So, dear friends, today's topic is very relevant, which can throw some light, which can really help the facing the current situation. Maybe first step is to accept the current situation as it is. It's so much needed without any kind of feeling fearful, afraid. It's natural that we do feel fear because it's so unnatural for us to experience something like this in a such a massive scale. Somebody, Bell from Vietnam, is asking a question. Maybe you can ask Papa if he wants to join. Okay. He speaks very slow. Okay, who is Papa? I don't know. But anyway, uh, so friends, I keep saying if any of you have some questions to share, something that you want to share, I will be reading those comments if you post here. So it's really very important, relevant at this point of time to balance what's happening. First step is to accept the current situation as it is. Only if we resist, deny, and if we want to run away from this and burying or suppressing our fear instead of dealing with the fear, what happens is we face the consequences. More we resist, more it persists. Like we keep hearing about in the ancient times when the wars happen, battles happen. After the great battle, still in the minds of people, the battle is continuing. The war is still, the effects of the war is continuing. So people are still, they carry the consequences of the war for such a long time through many kinds of different studies, like through family constellations, through regression therapy, past life regression. It's noted that people carry in their subconscious minds the effects, the post effects, consequences for such a long time. So now the modern science calls it as post traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Any trauma that happened in the past has a consequence. We carry that wound, trauma, fear, which is buried inside our psyche, in our subconscious mind. We carry it further into our life and we go on experiencing all those deleterious effects. People with PTSD can't sleep well. Their sympathetic nervous system is very much aroused, and They have high blood pressure, and their respiratory rate goes up, and all the physiological changes tensed. They have body pains, inflammation in the body, immune system is depleted. These are all post effects. So at this point of time, what we are going through because of the COVID-19 coronavirus, if we suppress this fear, if we don't accept the current situation and the reality, what happens is subconscious mind, all these imprints will be suppressed and we carry it into the future. Instead, if we have the right understanding, if we deal with the fear, and dealing with the fear is very simple and easy. We need to use the spiritual tools like breath awareness, watching the breath. Meditation is a wonderful way to deal with the fear instead of denying the fear, instead of intellectualizing or rationalizing. So, dear friends, to all my dear friends, I say to all of you, let's all together face whatever the current situation connectedly. Together, we can really move through this situation and we can find solutions. There are spiritual solutions for every physical problem. Of course, we also take all the measures that need to be taken care in the physical reality, like hygiene to all that, wearing the mask, isolation. If someone really needs some kind of medication because they have the positive coronavirus positive and they're experiencing some symptoms in the body, they need to have some kind of medical support. But I'm talking about the large population, how we can equip ourselves to deal with this current reality, something that we can do from within, from inside us. And our human species on this planet Earth have experienced such kinds of calamities. Coming from India, we know that there are many ages we pass through, many yugas we pass through, like Dwapara Yuga and Treta Yuga, and even much before that is a Kruta Yuga, Satya Yuga. And right now we are in the what we call as Kali Yuga, dark ages, the last phase of the dark age. And the first phase of the next Yuga, this is called Yuga Sandhi, means the overlap of these two time periods. So, dear friends, our human species have experienced this. We never vanished from this planet Earth. The, the intelligence, the creative force in the universe which created us also knows how to sustain this life, how to make this life move forward. There's a greater force. So, in the inner journeys, when we are journeying inside us, we are going to understand this force, impersonal force, a divine force, which created the entire creation. And the life is moving forward all the time, it's progressive. Of course, on the Earth planet, there are many changes that happens. In India, we hear about this concept of Trimurtis, Srishti, Sthiti, and Laya, creation and maintenance, and then uncreation or destruction. There is certain balance between creation and destruction. There's something that is created, something that is going to be uncreated. And in the middle, there's something that is going to remain and sustain. So look at your body. In your body itself, there are many cells which are dying, and there are many cells which are replicated and created in a new way every minute. And in our around us, we can see that life always is continuing. There is creation, there is destruction, there is in the middle, there is sustenance. This also there is life which is continuing. These cycles, they do happen. We need to just accept it as it is. Even the current situation, this pandemic, we need to completely accept it. And we have to, at this point of time, think about two things. I want to emphasize on these two things today. Number one is outer versus inner. The second is balance. So we have so far tried to conquer the outer life, outer world, outer things. We feel challenged when we see a big mountain and we want to climb that mountain. Whenever we see something with our eyes, we immediately wants to grab it. When we saw the moon, and immediately we said, we'll take a rocket and we land on the moon. We conquer the moon. When we looked at the Mars, we want to land on the Mars. And when we saw the Everest mountain, and then we want to climb it. And outer, we try to conquer, developing our technologies and different ways, all that we have been doing it. We keep upgrading ourselves in our technology, in our ways. We have such sophisticated technology right now on the planet Earth. These external technologies, which is making us really explore outer world so well. We have microscopes, we have telescopes, we can journey far distances within short span of time. It's very interesting. But the current situation is saying, now enough, my dear human being, enough, enough is enough. Now slow down, slow down. Come on, stay at home, stay at home. Don't move out now. You move too much. You become too restless. You have become a machine. You have become a robo. Now enough is enough. Even current situation is almost forcing us to stay at home, to not to do anything, no jobs, no going out, and nothing. We are doing nothing right now, staying at home. Maybe it is also indicating to us right now to slow down, go within. We have gone too much into outer. Now it's a time to go inwardly, journey inward. Antarmukha yana. So far we lived Bahirmukha, means Bahir means outwardly. Now the time has come to go inwardly. So someone is posting a question here. Shireen Sachdev, Newton sir, one question please. I'm feeling an out of ordinary calm rather than fear. I'm concerned. Is this arrogance? No, my dear friend. Sachin, it's not fear. Shireen Sachdev, it's not fear. It's not arrogance. It is real calmness. You're feeling really calm. That's good. You can check. You can check yourselves. When we suppress the fear, remember that the fear shows up in your dream. There are symptoms of all that suppressed information, suppressed emotions. And really, you can check it. But when you have this beautiful serenity, calmness, you're able to meditate, it's really good. Appreciate what you are right now experiencing. Shireen Sachdev. Thank you. And friends, this outer need to be balanced with the inner. Maybe the current situation is showing us the way to go inwardly. We have not known about our really this magnificent self, the greater self. Such consciousness that we have, vast consciousness. So it is really very important to go within. There's one more question from Ronika Sharma. Good evening, sir. What could be the reason of emotional breakdown for no reason, especially during these recent days? It's perfectly all right. It's breakdowns, emotional breakdown, tears rolling out. We tune into the collective emotions. There are many people right now going through panic attacks and survival fears, hunger, survival fear, a lot of unrest, not knowing what's happening on the planet Earth. So it's very natural that we also empathize. We also really feel the emotions of many. Even it could be your own emotion. It's okay. It's okay to feel those kinds of emotional breakdowns. But when you meditate, when you become more aware, what happens is you'll understand this too shall pass away. This too shall too pass away. Everything comes and goes. This situation is not going to continue. Even people, they say that it continues for 6 months or 1 year or next 2 years, but we don't need to believe such rumors, such kind of things. Very quickly, we pass through this stage. This too shall pass away. This changes. So one monk was asked by a disciple, a student, who came to ask him, the teacher, that what is the essence of teachings of Buddha? Can you give me just one short answer? The essence of Buddha's teaching. And this master said, everything changes. Everything changes. Very simple answer. It took many years to understand. The disciple took these words and he was trying to understand what does that mean? Everything changes. Yes, there's so much to understand. Everything changes. Everything moves. Everything changes. Even the current moments, what we are going through, it also goes through change. Our bodies will be equipped with immune system. We'll gear up to this current situation. We will be spiritually upgraded because whenever there is an adversity, there is a chaos, what happens is there is a creative force within us. which is going to really find new solutions, is going to awaken the new reality, new things in us, new intelligence, new things. It's very natural in us. This too shall pass away, friends. Everything changes. So when we do not know this truth, what will happen is we carry the fear. You tell yourself, this too shall pass away. This too shall pass away. Accept all the changes. So it's okay that there are certain emotional breakdowns at this moment, the fears coming, and it's all right. It's all right, and become more aware of your breathing and go within, meditate, inner journeys. And also, Sneha Agarwal is asking, sir, can you please guide the doctors who are working against the virus? Yes, doctors, medical community must do your best because your research also will help. Both sides, we have to work out the spiritual technology on the other side, our medical technology, our external technologies. Both must be, go hand in hand together. It's important whatever the medical community, they're working on developing the antiviral drugs and also they're working towards vaccines, immunization. They're working really hard because they're, not all people will have this kind of awareness or this kind of immune system. They need an external help. They need an external help. But those who can meditate, really they can awaken their own inner immune system. They can awaken their uh, in, inner pharmacy where it produces all those beautiful chemicals, immunoglobulins, antiviral drugs which are produced by your own body. But doctor, medical community can also parallelly work. Medical scientists need to find out. They must continue doing their work. But important thing is even the doctors, you don't need to be aggressive in your approach and uh, do your best and you don't need to get into panic states and restless states. It's so important right now, our how both the hands are coming together. East and West must come together. Science and spirituality must come together. Outer and inner must come together. Without that, we lose the balance. Logic as well as intuition both must come together. This is the need of the hour of this beautiful uh, balance. So far, science and spirituality thought they're like two opposites, but they're never opposites. They're just two perspectives. They must come together now. That's why all the medical community, medical doctors, scientists working, doing a lot of research, they must continue. And all the spiritual scientists, spiritual people, meditators, rishis, ancient sages, all of them also they join hands in this beautiful venture. Together we can create new realities on this planet Earth. So one more question, Hari Ki. Namaste, sir. Sir, past few days I'm feeling more heat in my body. On the other side, not getting sleep at all for days. I'm feeling active with open eyes. I'm seeing images. Yeah, I'm not able to sleep. That's what is shared. And may you guide me. Yes. So it's sometimes we're going through certain kinds of changes. And people really they're sleeping less hours and it's okay. we can use those hours when you're awake, when you're getting up in the middle of the sleep. You read a spiritual book. You read, man, so many books. You can meditate. And all these episodes that we're going to take in these 21 days, in every episode, I'm going to share with you certain tools of awareness where we can practice them, where we can be an inner explorer to explore our own consciousness, to find out what's happening and to find solutions. It's a great opportunity for all of us. Instead of treating this situation as some kind of punishment or something like a disaster, we can turn it around. We take it as educational. It is actually in a different perspective. It is educating entire human race. We are upgrading our software. We are going to the next level of our evolution. Think about these old Windows, operating system where that many bugs and viruses can enter easily. But slowly, we are developing new kinds of operating system, either whether it is Macintosh or whether it is Windows or even other operating systems, and where there is no possibility of any virus can enter. Even we are upgrading our operating system, our consciousness. This situation is educational. This coronavirus is educational. It is actually teaching us right in our home, and we are really going through a kind of initiations, spiritual initiations. We are forced to meditate, many of us, forced to relax. We don't know how to relax, but we are learning it now. We are slowing down. We never know about slowing down. We never know about how to slow down our thought process, but now we are slowing down. So we graciously accept this right now and reach to the deeper place within us where we can experience a very beautiful relaxation, a peace, and where our immune system is geared up. We really can upgrade our consciousness. So, in the future, where the human race is totally equipped with dealing with any kind of virus, so we'll be so immune. All the viruses are there around us. We become very susceptible, vulnerable the moment our immune system is compromised. We're going through such times, stressful times. These are transition times. So, this moment we are very vulnerable because the stress takes its toll. Our body's immune system is depleted. So, dear friends, balance is so important. We are going out of balance. So, inner versus outer. So far, we moved so much outer. We have to balance this with the inner journeys. We have to also give ourselves the time to go within. Just observe yourself, self observation, self awareness, self observing the breathings, mindfulness of your body, mindfulness of your breathing, with closed eyes, observing yourself. So it's really so helpful. In between, I'm going to ring these bells, Tibetan bowl sounds, which can help because one of our friends, Isabel is requesting this Tibetan bowl sounds. Really very beautiful vibrations creates. Suddenly, our thoughts they stop. It's So important to balance ourselves, to go within. And I tell you, share with you about a kind of story, a joke near a well, a step well, where 90-year-old father and his son are drawing the well with a bucket from that well. They're fetching the water. They're dropping the bucket, having the rope, and they're pulling it out. And so much of effort. They both are a small bucket. They're pulling the water from this deep well. Meanwhile, there are two Chinese masters who are going that way, and they're seen Lao Tzu and Confucius. Both of them are walking in that direction. They saw this. Lao Tzu was very quiet and silent, composed, and very natural, very gracious. He's just watching. Whereas Confucius, he said to the old man, he shouted at the old man, "Oh, old man, what are you doing? Why you need to draw from this deep well? Use something, a technology. You can use bullock carts, you can use a kind of motor pump, so many things, because Confucius' approach is little different from Lao Tzu, this Chinese master Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu's approach is more inwardly, very spiritual, natural approach, whereas Confucius is Aristotelian, like Aristotle, logic. So it's very appealing to the Western minds about this logic, Confucius. That's why Confucius philosophy became so popular in the West. So, friends, what happened in that story is the old man said to the Confucius, "Sir, please keep quiet for some time. I will speak to you later." In a muffled and soft voice, he told Confucius about it. Okay, Confucius was keeping quiet. Meanwhile, his son went inside. He did his work. He fetched a lot of so many buckets of water. So he went inside the home. That time, 90-year-old man started speaking to Confucius. He said, "Dear sir, dear master, I'm 90-year-old. See, I have strong muscles. I'm still balanced. I'm able to work even at this age. I'm able to draw the water. Look at my son. He's not able to really work hard like me. He's not able to do any work. I know now because all that I have been doing, my very natural ways, it made me stronger. That's why I told not to speak loudly in front of my son. I want my son to also equipped with all the strength. So this story has something very beautiful meaning, friends. Right now, the human species, human beings, with the technology that we have, we are slowly addicted to the technology. We're forgetting our natural intelligence. Many, they can't calculate. For example, if I ask you 23 into 260, they have to have their mobile phone or calculator. They have to open and use the calculator. Strange. They have to, in they forgotten the natural intelligence. For everything we are forgetting often. We not using our really neuronal cells. Everything has to be from the outer has to support the inner. We are slowly losing our natural intelligence. This human system with all that double helical DNA that we have, and there's so many uh, chromosomes and DNA which is really sleeping and which is becoming vestigial. As human beings, when we are not using, use it or lose it, when we are not using all the neuronal cells, we lose them. If you are not using your muscle power, you lose them. So important. We have to balance the outer with the inner. We have to balance the technology, the science with the spirituality. The balancing act is so important. Then just today, I observed that when I'm doing the yoga session, yoga for 1 hour, I am a regular practitioner of yoga where I love yoga. My body really enjoys the yoga session where I do my Surya Namaskaras, sun salutations, and all the Sukshma Vyayamas because it's wonderful to have the flexibility in the joints. I found that slowly I'm losing the balance. There is something called Tadasana where we have to stand um, rising on our toes and we have to stretch our body, keep our body straight and stretch it upward direction. So I am unable to do it. 10 years back, it was so easy for me. I was standing on my one leg for more than 15 minutes at that time. Now, hardly not even 1 minute. Slowly, I am losing the balance. Even our physical body itself is telling us that slowly I'm not able to really balance. Whenever we move to the right, know that immediately there is another movement that occurs which moves towards your left, right and left, like a pendulum. We take a swing. This balance is so important. Till the pendulum reaches the middle, we keep taking a swing from this end to the other end. I remember a story of a king. In that kingdom, there are strong punishments for everyone, and nobody is excluded from the punishments. If we ever committed any mistake or blunder, they are going to be, uh, you know, given certain punishments. Ministers have done certain mistakes, two ministers, and and the king really loves those ministers. He loved those ministers, and these ministers are very, very helpful. How could he give for the mistakes they have done? Death is the punishment. How could he give now? He's so much really thinking about it. They are very dear friends to him. And he thought, I will do something. Instead of direct death punishment, I will tell them that there is a punishment of death in a specific way. Between the two hills, there is a kind of uh, gap, there's a space. I'm going to tie a rope, and on this tight rope, they need to walk from one side to the other side. So these ministers have not walked on the tightrope in their entire life, never practiced it. So that is the punishment because if they fall down, they naturally die. If they are able to walk, they will survive. So the next day, the morning, that's going to happen. All the people gathered because it's a balancing act. And one minister was really going through the panic, fearful, scared of the death. I'm going to die, so I'm sure about it. And the other minister, he also know that he never learned about it, and he's so sure that when he does not know, can very relaxedly approach the situation. He said, "Okay, whatever happens, let me face it. Let me go through it." That was the approach by the second minister. What happened is the next day, all the people were waiting, even the tightrope walkers also they want to witness this because they have the expertise to walk on the tightrope. And the first minister, who was very calm, composed because he's relaxed, he accepted even the death he accepted. He knew that even the death he's able to embrace in that moment. It's okay. Anything is okay for him. So, without any kind of thoughts in his mind, he started just casually walking on that rope. And so gracefully he walked to the other side. He reached to the other side of the hill. And everyone started clapping for him because he's saved, his life is saved. And the other minister, who was so much fearful, he started shouting, "Oh, minister, tell me the way that how you walked so that I can also do that same thing." He's so fearful. And he started walking with that fear. Every movement is his mind, his muscles are so tight. Dear friends, know that whenever you fear, your muscles of the body they become very tight. Any kind of fear, it has a kind of effect on your body. It's a psychosomaticity, mind-body connection. So that minister is unable to balance his fear grip and he fallen down in that moment. So the moral of the story is balance comes very naturally. We need to learn how to balance the inner and the outer and the inner, intuition and the logic, spirituality and the science. We need to balance everything in our life. In the current situation, it's the balance. We need to learn. And whatever is happening, we totally embrace that fear also. Let it dissolve in your consciousness. Your consciousness, your inner resources can handle it. Your awareness of the greater awareness that exists in you can handle it. Only thing is, you give yourself the time to go within. Meditation practice is so important. For just 3 minutes, let's practice meditation, friends, at this point of time. Later again, we continue because there's some questions people posted and our friends posted, so we can take those questions. Let's close our eyes if you like, and then, or else you can close in a half closed, half open eyes. It's all right because you want to watch the screen also. It's okay, but you can be staying relaxed. You can be more mindful. Be mindful now. Mindful of your breathing. Mindful of your body. Just become aware of your breathing and your body sensations. Become aware of it. Each breath, inhalation and exhalation, can be a balanced act. Inhale with awareness, and while you're exhaling, also be mindful, be aware. It's a beautiful balance. You're just not only just taking the in breath, you're also breathing out. There's a balance between oxygen and carbon dioxide. The act of meditation, outer and inner are merging. The Air, the breath is entering through the nostrils, going into your lungs, and also going into your body. So it's converted into ATP. Every cell has mitochondria. It is converting that into ATP, which releases certain energy in the body. So, and when you are exhaling the carbon dioxide, which is, processed in your uh, through your hemoglobin, which is exchanging oxygen with carbon dioxide is expelled through your out breath. It's a beautiful balancing act. Right here in your body, it is happening. In your breath, it is happening. Just be mindful of your breathing. Reach to the deeper place within you where there is no time, no space, there is no thought. Reach to the deeper place within you, access that place within you where you have silence, a deep inner silence. A deep place within you where there are no restless waves of thoughts. Thoughts are calming down. The fear is dissolving, just like clouds in the sky dispersing, dissolving. The same way, reach to the deeper place within you where you are transcending the limitations of body and mind, where you're transcending the limitations of time and space, where you're just growing in your awareness, your consciousness is expanding limitlessly. That's what happens in meditation. Meditation is an inward journey, an inner journey into your own self, from the outer to the inner, physical to the non physical, gross to the subtle, from darkness to the light, from fear to fearlessness and courage, from ignorance to wisdom. Meditation is accessing that inner resources that you already have, wisdom that you have, energy that you have. Yes, it is slowing down of your mind, reaching to a certain calmness and passing through all the layers of thoughts. And when you reach to the deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, touch to the deeper place, like a deep wellspring where you can experience this joy, love, and peace. Just be. Meditation is stopping all the mental activity, stopping all the physical activity. Means you don't need to restlessly move your body. During meditation, you sit silently, quietly. Meditation is slowing down. And you don't think about the past, present, future. Meditation, you reach to a deeper place of being, a non thinking, non doing state, which is called being state. Meditation is a being state. You're already that which you are seeking. We're all seeking the peace which is already there in us. We're all seeking the joy and which is already there in us. When you go inwardly, you find it there in your deeper place of your consciousness. Just like in the ocean, in the periphery, in the superficial, in the shore, there are tides and restless waves, and all these ebbs and tides will be there. But as you reach to the deeper part of the ocean, there is calmness, there is peace, there is vastness. In the same way, it's a metaphor. When we journey inwardly in meditation, observing your breathing, being more mindful and aware of what's happening in you, you will reach to the deeper and deeper place where all that what you are seeking, you're going to experience it. What you are seeking is seeking you. There was an ancient saying. It said that what you are seeking is seeking you. You are a seeker of truth, but the truth is also seeking you. Right now, as you reach deep within, go into that place of joy, peace, and love, transcending all the limitations. In the outer plane, there are limitations because it's dense, it's gross, it's heavy. Heavy emotions, there's material, lot of density will be there. But again and again, we have to go within to experience the subtle nature, sublime nature of us. As you go within, we realize that sukshma, subtle nature of us, make us experience unlimitedness. We're already so abundant. We are such abundant beings of love, abundance of joy, abundance of peace, which is already there in all of us. You are Sachidananda. You are Sat Chit Ananda. Each one of us, we are all the embodiments of truth. The truth is that we are eternal beings, immortal beings. We don't die. The bodies may die. We discard this physical body, but the soul never dies. That is the Satya. That is the truth. Deep inside us, all the truths are there in us. Our soul knows this. We are the masters who are living on this planet Earth. Each one of us is a master. Each one of us is a divine spiritual being. Each one of us is an explorer, an adventurer. Each one is a peaceful spiritual warrior. We are the courageous ones. And in deep silence, we realize many things, many things. We access that wisdom through the practice of meditation. We do have these kinds of experiences of the soul or consciousness. Through these experiences of the soul, we have the wisdom of the soul. And the wisdom of the soul is going to illuminate this mind. This mind becomes a divine mind. Otherwise, it's called as monkey mind. This monkey mind can become a monk's mind. They are like monkeys otherwise. They can become monks through practice of meditation. So, dear friends, now you can slowly return back to your waking consciousness, and whenever you're ready, you may slowly open your eyes. And I'm going to take few questions here, which are posted by our friends. So one question, Jayanti Tirumalesh. Sir, somebody says killing animals is spreading the corona. If I kill mosquitoes, cockroaches, insects which are entering in our house is good or bad? Please clarify. Okay, that's an interesting question. Universe works through a principle called as non-violence, ahimsa. Universe itself is ahimsa, means principle of inviolation. Inviolate, it is inviolate, means whenever we trespass, disrespect, violate, any kind of violence, universe is not going to support. So killing animals is not supported. Enough of studies was done by all people around the globe, spiritual scientists, medical community, to though different kinds of versions are there, different kinds of ideas about whether it is really right or not right to kill animals, kill mosquitoes, kill cockroaches, kill snakes. Any kind of killing is not right. Any kind of killing is not right. It's not supported. The consequences are all that ahimsa. Uh, Ahimsa is non-violence. Himsa is violence. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Friends, you can join me, say loudly so your family members also can hear this. Let the universe hear this. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Let's say three times. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Highest dharma on this planet Earth, in the whole universe, we can say, is ahimsa. It is called highest dharma. Non-violence is the highest dharma. So, whoever is violating this principle by killing animals, definitely we are creating an imbalance in the nature because our well-beingness as human race is connected with well-beingness of the animal kingdom. So right now, what is so important is really we learn this. We learn new ways. This situation is also teaching us about the change your ways, how you behave with the nature, how you treat the nature, how you treat the animals. So non-violence towards the animals, non-violence in our speech also, friends. Even our speaking, people are very violent in their speech. They have sharp tongue. Word is a sword. Through words, we can hurt people. Many on the planet Earth, they act from victim consciousness. They have sharp tongue. Whatever they feel, they're going to vomit out and they hurt others. We have to be very mindful. Non-violent communication, non-violent behaviors, non-violence towards animals, even non-violence towards plant kingdom, mineral kingdom as well. So important. We can live in a different way, friends. Our ancient sages, rishis, yogis, they have done thorough research about it, about how the sattvic nature is developed by eating vegetarian food. Lot of research is done. And in the modern times, again, that research is again conducted by many pioneers. Even the medical community also knows that when we eat meat, what happens? We have more diseases compared to a person who is be eating vegetarian food, non-vegetarian food. It makes our body really very, very vulnerable. Tamasic, we go into low vibrational energies because when an animal is dying, because we are killing, slaughtering the animals, is going through fear. When we're eating it, not only we are taking those proteins and all that, we are also consuming their emotion called fear. It's not supported by the universe. The divine intelligence is not supporting it. So, on the planet right now, planetary karma, major portion of the planetary karma is violence towards animals. So much of violence, friends. Thanks for this question. People are asking whether to eat eggs and this or that. I tell you, even the eggs, it creates a lot of tamasic energy, even though they are like, they say it is unfertilized egg and it's not, there's no soul in it, but still it is also creating. There are many alternative options, friends. I was a non-vegetarian before coming into meditation path. And the moment I started practicing meditation, my body started becoming sattvic. My mind became sattvic, tranquil. I could not put the meat into my mouth. I started vomiting, looking at the food. How could I eat these kinds of cadavers, dead bodies? How can I eat this? How can I kill an animal, a precious life? Even animals have families like us, humans. They have their feelings, they have community life like us. It's so important to respect them. And mosquitoes, cockroach, everything also, when you respect them, they don't harm their friends. I have found personally myself many times. Whenever I have these kinds of, thought forms that, oh, mosquitoes will bite me now. And that day I have experienced that they're coming and taking my blood. One day I said, okay, let the mosquitoes come and take little part of my blood. It's okay. I have so much blood, many liters of blood in my body. Just few ounce, few droplets. It's a nice meal for them. It's okay. And I accepted it and I entered into meditation. What happened is no mosquito came near to me. I have experienced many times. I have met my many spiritual friends and meditation friends. One friend I have is his name is Ramireddy Garu. He's from Hyderabad, who comes to our Quantum Leap University campus. One day he said he's meditating in a ancient one place is there called Anantagiri Padmanabha Swami Temple near Quantum Life University campus, Vikarabad. In that there is a cave. There was an ancient rishi who meditated there. His name is Markandeya Maharshi. In that cave, and he started meditating, almost thousands of mosquitoes started coming towards him. But when he entered into deep meditation, around him, they could not come near to his body. They're all flying around him. They formed a kind of a beautiful, like a uh, like a what is called a circle, but they could not cross that circle. And he shared with me so many experiences because he goes to nature, trekking into the forest where he meditates in the open places like under the trees. He never used mosquito repellent, but when he meditates, there are no distracting thoughts in his mind. He made friendship with the animal kingdom. There is ahimsa in him. Violence has left him. That's why mosquitoes became friends. Whenever he's meditating, they cooperate with him. They don't come and distract him. And when we are coexisting with all the animals and many of these species, non-human species, dear friends, they learn to respect humans, how we also respect snake kingdom, fish kingdom, bird kingdom, and four-legged creatures, animal kingdom. They also respect us in the same way. So they all demonstrate what is called Maitri, great friendship. So, dear friends, it's so important. Thanks for that question about being experiencing non-violence is very important. What about vegan rather than vegetarian? Lots of torture is done to the cows and cows by the milk industry. Yes, Shirin Sachdev. Yes, exactly. There's a lot of it's like a business, economy, and torture to the cows and cows by the dairy milk industry. Yes, you are very correct, very much correct about this. Yes, slowly we have to um, minimize, slowly to time we have to become vegans. There are no happy cows, friends. Though we theoretically we say it, there are happy cows. The people who are harming the cows and all the cows for the milk's sake, they're being raped and they just take all the milk. Those cows were starved. All the chemicals, hormones, injections, chemicals we are putting into them. So, dear friends, that's also violence. That's also violence. We have to become vegans. And we are refining our food slowly as we are progressing. I think current situation also is showing us the way that we have to respect the nature. We have to change our the ways of thinking, the ways of looking at things, the ways of behaviors, the way we eat, the way we treat others, animals, everything. We need to find new ways, change our ways. So, dear friends, now we come to the topic subtitle Inner Conversations and Inner Messages. The person who is ready, the whole universe is ready to teach that person. Once we are ready, we need to be so ready to receive answers. Then we receive all that answers. Every answer that we are seeking will come to us. We all deserve the greater, happier, and brighter life in each one of us. It's a birthright of all of us. So, only thing is our readiness. Our readiness is be willing to receive the wisdom, new understanding, which can create new reality, which can change our planetary frequency. We have many outer conversations between two people. We have multiple conversations. We are so accustomed, used to it, habituated, addicted to conversations. Hardly we stop speaking. Sometimes we overuse our vocal cords on a daily basis. We hardly practice this mauna. Hardly we practice this mauna vrata. In India, we have this mauna vrata. We take this oath that I'll be not speaking for entire day, 24 hours. Sometimes it's so easy, so important. These outer conversations we are engaged, we only speak to the people around us, but the inner conversations can be initiated when we stop this outer speaking, stop this internal dialogue which is happening in the mind, all that noise in the mind, thought forms. And then when you reach the deep silence, you have inner conversations. When you are initially entering into meditation practice, you're watching your breath because that's a good start. It's easy. Normal, natural breathing process need to be observed. When you are with your breath, That's wonderful. Somebody saying, I'm practicing Mauna for all the 21 days, almost whole day, whenever required, and just responding. Excellent. Kana Trishna. Very good, very good. I appreciate. That's very good. Sandeep Gulati. Dr. Newton, it's important we convert all the negative energy to positive one. Fear is also a form of energy that teaches us compassion towards all forms of life and take away the negative energy. That's true. That's very true. We are the alchemists. We change the fear into wisdom, compassion, kindness, understanding. Hello, sir. Meditating, getting more sleep. Why this is happening? Please answer my question. Yes, that's called yoga nidra. In meditation, many they get into a sleep-like state, but as we practice this yoga nidra state, you pass through it, you will be graduated, and you will be more aware. But it's okay because in the yoga nidra state, you also absorb so much of cosmic energy. You'll be relaxing. At a deeper level, you still are benefiting. But practice is more important. Practice awareness. There are some tools which we'll be addressing in the next 21 days, where you can also learn about how to go to the next stage, next step in your meditation practice. Resistance towards silence, how to deal with this, Pallavi. Yeah. So yes, resistance to silence. Yeah, because it's an old habit that we developed not to be silent. And we have to balance with the silence. Sometimes to balance, we have to practice. There's no shortcut to it. Practice of meditation is really that's how we can break this resistance. So what which is on the news spreading to eat chicken and eggs because that's also commercial because many they're spreading this kind of news because but still I say that we don't need to listen to the rumors. Follow your intuition, friends, your inner feeling. The food, when you are about to consume, is it the right food for me or not? When you are taking the food in your hands, immediately ask question. Immediately, if it is right, your body tells you, then take it. You don't need to hear what I'm saying. You don't need to believe in what I'm saying, that this is the only right food and like that. But I'm saying the voice of all the rishis, the ancient masters from Bharat. One thing that Bharat is saying to the world globe, the ancient wise masters of Bharat are saying this to the world globe that be more sattvic, be more, practice vegetarianism, practice non-violence. We have to check it yourself. So we have to check with our own body. Our body will not support any kind of violence. Whenever we are taking any kind of through violence, the food immediately there are consequences. Your body goes through it. A lot of karma, negative karma comes to us, dear friends. So these outer things, outer conversations, during meditation, we need to stop it. Even the chattering box in the mind need to slow down, and then we can initiate the inner conversations. Inner conversation happens between you and your greater consciousness, your higher self, and between you and your spiritual guides, between you and you know the Mother Earth. There can be many conversations which are inner communications, inner conversations. Somebody is asking Ankita Jain, how is Lakshmi ma'am doing? Yes, Lakshmi ma'am is doing perfect and she's going to come on live one of the days. She said, I requested her and she told me that she will be. speaking to you very soon, maybe in a couple of days, maybe day after tomorrow. So definitely, friends, you will also meet Dr. Lakshmi. Both of us will be also speaking to you, communicate with you, and at this point of time, we need to learn these inner communications, inner conversations, just like how Neil Donald Walsh initiated an inner conversations with God over self, higher self. When he was desperate, he's depressed, he wanted to end his life, he's fearful. And that point of time, all his questions, he has written a book, and he was so open and ready. He questioned God. All the questions he has written. God, I'm angry and desperate. And why this is happening? What is the answer? Why there is injustice? Why this is happening? How to go further? How to move forward? And Neil Donald Walsh, this New Age spiritual master, received beautiful answers. The books are published by him, where millions of copies are sold out within a year's time, and Conversations with God series. There are almost now maybe 15 books, even more than that. So I highly recommend those books. They're like classics in the spiritual science. Classics. Must-read books by Neil Donald Walsh. Talks about this earth, Mother Gaia, how we create our reality, how thoughts translate into reality, and many more things about these conversations that we can have. All the answers, all the questions will be answered, friends. Trust, trust. We have lost trust somewhere. We don't trust our own intuition. We don't trust our own self. And now we have to build the trust. First, trust. Start trusting that it is safe now, right now. Nothing is happening. You are very safe. You're sitting and you're watching the screen. I am speaking to you, and no earthquake is happening. You are safe. Last 1 hour, 1.5 hour. Both of us, all of us are together. We're all, you know, having this kind of satsang, sajjana sangatya. You're safe right now. You can trust. This moment is so safe. In this moment, if you could feel safety, even the next moment you can feel safe. You can observe your breathing. You find the breath is so safe. You're not dying. Nothing is happening. Nothing is going to be vanishing. Even the body may die, but still you will be aware. You will be alive in your soul, in your consciousness. Trust that never you're going to be annihilated. Never you're going to be vanishing. You are the deathless being. You are the immortal being, immortal soul. That's what spiritual science is teaching us. So, trust, friends. Everything begins with the trust. Trust your breathing. Trust the silence that's coming up in your meditation practice. Silence is so beautiful. Many people, when they are not experiencing, they have never experienced silence, the tranquil mind, it's scary for them. But be acclimatized to new state of being. Be accustomed to it. Develop this practice, cultivate this mind, which can become tranquil, serene, and peaceful. Experience the slowing down of your thoughts in your mind. At that point of time, you can really, the silence, you can trust that it is safe in silence. Silence is not scary. So, Suchi Goyal is Asking a question, sir, sometimes I receive some message or insight during meditation, but I'm not able to act on it or fully integrate it. Does it blocks me to be connected to masters or higher self? Ah, yes, whatever experiences we do get, the wisdom, the insights, we need to also start putting into practice, integrate in our daily life. That's important. Putting into practice is the next step. Nature given a message to stop non-veg eating, locked down by government, but not spread to stop non-veg. Can you explain what is the reason? Now we are not aware and when, Swamiji. Yeah, Kulvinder Singh Mehta is asking this question. We already addressed to this. There are many rumors, but we need to trust the intuition of you, your inner feeling. So, friends, trust your breath, trust the silence that comes into your mind. Feel safe with the inner silence. Then, meditation, you enter into deep meditation state. We talked in the first episode the five gear system in meditation. You reach your silence, then you reach to cosmic energy absorption state, and then you reach to inner experiences of the soul, then you reach to what is called as transcendental state, then you reach to what is called wisdom state. So important. So when you trust the silence becomes your first guru and teacher because the universal intelligence, because all the intelligence of the universe is birthed from this silence, great emptiness. We all have come from nothingness, dear friends. If you ask me what is the shape of the God, I say the shape of the God is emptiness. If you ask me what is the name of the God, I say the name of the God is emptiness. If you ask me what is the color of the God, I say the color of the God is emptiness. You may ask me what is the guna of the God. I say he is nirguna, he is emptiness. She is emptiness, nothingness, because God has no name, no form, no shape. It's all pervading at the same time, it's completely empty. It's completely empty, completely nothing. At the same time, it is infinite at the same time because from this emptiness, everything is birthed. Now, in meditation, this emptiness is arising in you. Buddha said this as shunya, sunya, sunya, mahashunya, this greater emptiness. It's the nothing but God. We have to trust that it is safe. And this emptiness itself will give you many answers, dear friends. So, in meditation, the first teacher is your breath, the breath of life. We have to forget outer teachers, outer gurus, outer guides. Once you come across your breath as your teacher, first teacher, and most important teacher, be with your breath. Anapana sati meditation, Buddha's practice. He said this is the first teacher. The second teacher appears empty mind, emptiness, greater emptiness, sunya, mahasunya. That emptiness, you will realize many things. Inner conversation will happen. Your mind has certain questions. Why coronavirus is happening? Why it is spreading everywhere? Why it is pandemic? What I have to learn? Why I have fear? How can I deal with it? All these questions will be answered through this emptiness. Just develop the relationship with the emptiness. A beautiful bond, connection. Enjoy the companionship with the emptiness. Hand in hand with emptiness. Really become like a dost, a deep maitri. That moment, emptiness takes you further. An inner conversations will happen because from this emptiness is going to guide you through certain experiences. Whatever that wisdom that is needed, insights that you need to gain, or realizations that you have to find right now, this emptiness will direct you towards that. It may be, you may be meeting your spiritual guide. Maybe now the goddess energy is so prevalent on the planet Earth because it's a Navaratri time. All the nine kinds of goddesses. Every day it's dedicated to one goddess, only one primary goddess, Lalita Mata, who has come in different forms, but it's the energy coming into manifestation. So this goddess energy, maybe in the emptiness, this goddess intelligence energy will communicate with you. Only thing is in the inner conversation, any conversation, we need to always have readiness. Number one. Number one, without readiness, you will not have this inner conversation. Be ready, be open. Second, you need to have clear mind, clear questions in your mind. Don't be in confused state of mind. Have clear thoughts in your mind. What you need to find out right now. Your questions are so important. Frame the right question. If you frame the right question, universe sends you the right answer within 24 hours. But be open, ready. In deep meditation, that's what happens. And third thing is you need to have higher vibrational state. You need to vibrate at the same frequency as that intelligence that you want to communicate with. For example, the goddess energy or your Purnatma, your higher self, you want to communicate, you need to vibrate at a higher octave energy, higher levels of energy. You need to raise your energy quotient from here to there. So Ankita Jain is asking how to frame the right questions. Yes. So first write down all questions because all questions can be boiled down to very few questions. Right questions are the questions which will open the doors of your consciousness. This young lad, Nachiketa, who asked questions to Lord of Death, Yamadharmaraj, in this Upanishad called Kathopanishad, this young little boy, 9-year-old boy, Nachiketa, had right questions, framed right questions. He asked Yamadharmaraj about questions like, number one is he asked is about the consciousness, about this reincarnation, about law of karma, about these other dimensions, other planes, other worlds. Life after death, he asked questions about life after death, about the immortality of the soul. And he did not ask about how to get more money. He did not ask about how to become very popular and celebrity. He did not ask about when do I get married, or he did not ask about anything about, you know, this physical plane. He asks questions which are pertain to consciousness. The questions can be framed. You initially write all the questions of your life and then boil down. All the questions can be classified and grouped and all of them connected. So most of the questions are about our suffering. Why I have this suffering? Why I have this limitation? Why I'm going through this? Why me? Why me? Why me? So if it is boiled down, that question is actually we are asking about what is the way out? What is the solution? That's the question. What is the solution right now? The coronavirus, what is the solution? So, even personally in our life, we can also boil down all the questions and you'll find only few questions. Suffering, through suffering in our life, we have questions. These questions, when we frame the intensity of the question, immediately we are knocking the door inside, and the doors of consciousness opens where we find these inner answers. So, inner conversations you can initiate. These inner conversations are very fascinating. Long back in 1992, I had this opportunity to have inner conversations. At that point of time, I was in great silence. I was already practicing a lot of mauna. Almost for a month, I was in complete mauna. And I used to practice hours, 3 to 6 hours sometimes meditation and reading spiritual books. I was reading Dhammapada, I was reading Bhagavad Gita, so many scriptures. And that point of time, one day it happened in deep meditation practice. I went into great silence. That silence is so palpable, it almost enveloped me. I could feel that the silence permeating into my body cells. Every cell in my body became so silent. Means they experience the effects of silence, the calmness. Everything is so calm, so restfulness, deep restfulness, which is contrary to the wakeful state where we are very active, running and working and hard and all that. But there's so much relaxation in that silence. That moment, that day, I have conversations with 40 rishis, 40 masters who started coming, each master appearing in that emptiness. They're coming in a form so that I could communicate, I could, connect to their, tune into their energies. The first master who came is Vasishta Maharshi and Vedavyasa, and then Parsurama, then all those saints. Some of them I don't know the names. Even Bruhaspati, all these ancient rishis started coming. Their energy, each one's consciousness and energy is very unique and different messages they were passing on to me. I had something very profound experience. That's why these conversations are very, very important, friends, because when we are ready, the answers will be given. The readiness will come when you practice and you feel deservability that you deserve all the answers and you deserve to receive answers from the all the masters, higher beings. They're such great light beings, higher beings who are ready to assist us and help us. So these inner conversations, I received inner messages. Each one started giving me message, which is so unique. And of course, after the meditation, I remembered hardly all the messages. Most of the messages, mumble jumble. Later on, I tried to write all the experience, all my experience, and finally understood some of these messages. So, dear friends, these experiences are so important. Your inner experience. Don't look for validation. You don't need to validate. Oh, am I really connected to this higher intelligence, this master? Is it true or not? Trust your communication. Trust this feeling. Trust your intuition. Trust, 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 trust. This is so important. So, Manoj Balda, friend from Gujarat, is asking right question to the right person at right situation, right time, with right intention. Is it right, sir? Yes, correct. Right. Meditation creates everything right. meditation is right. That's why in meditation, you are putting the question directly to the emptiness in front of you. From the emptiness, the whole universe rushes towards you. Sometimes emptiness we can't when the answers are coming from the emptiness you can't understand them, you can't really trust them. That's why emptiness takes a form and shape, comes in front of you like a goddess. Maybe if goddess speaks to you, then you feel good. If a god speaks to you, some may feel good. Or if you like Buddha may, emptiness may take the shape of a Buddha and come. Whatever way it is coming, it's perfectly all right. Trust these communications. So in meditation, emptiness, all it's the right questions, right person, right time, right moment. Everything is right. Your job is to put forward all your questions, and in meditation, answers you will receive maybe in that meditation, maybe afterwards. After your meditation is over, maybe you are relaxing in your bed and you're speaking to your child. Suddenly, your child may bring the answer. Maybe there is a song which is coming in radio or in television, that Bollywood song has an answer. So answers appear, friends. You resonate with that answer because you put the question, you'll get answer within 24 hours. But you need to be ready. Readiness comes to you when you feel that it is you deserve answers, all the answers. It's your birthright to have all the awakening, all the answers, all the happiness and everything. So, dear friends, why not we ask this force right now, which is acting on the planet Earth, the coronavirus, because it's such a massive force. This virus, COVID-19 strain, which is changing its form the moment it is entering into the body. And scientists are wondering and trying to find, because unless science has to fix everything, but it's changing. It is such an intelligent virus. It's changing its form. That's why they are unable to find a right kind of remedy. But this coronavirus is also a force, a divine force. Maybe it's a distorted force. Maybe it is something that is come to on this planet Earth to help us awakening the compassion, the karuna inside us, to teach new ways, to awaken our immune system, awaken the inner wisdom. Maybe it's a teacher. Who knows? We have to find the answer. When we communicate with the coronavirus, that force, and then we can really listen to the answers. What are the inner messages that you receive? Maybe communicate with the divine intelligence, your spiritual guides. Ask them. So let's meditate, dear friends, right now. Let's close this today's episode, this meditation session with a guided meditation, where we reach to deep silence. I'll be ringing the Tibetan bowls, and all of us, when we are meditating together, we create a kind of resonance effect. There's a pool of energy, consciousness, which expands and which spreads exponentially. You all can do that for these 10 minutes. Let us close our eyes and Observe your normal, natural, simple breath. Your in breath and your out breath. Go into deep inner stillness where the mind is totally empty and silent. Let's reach to the deeper and deeper stillness and silence where the mind is calm, quiet. Even though certain thought forms may come and go, you don't need to be bothered by it, don't need to be distracted by it. Just keep watching your simple breathing, normal breathing, as the thoughts in your mind they slow down. As they slow down, your breath also changes the rhythm. It becomes a slow rhythm, becomes peaceful and tranquil breath. Let your whole body be relaxed. Be mindful of the body sensations and the feelings in the body. And as the awareness moves through all the parts of the body, you experience deep state of relaxation. Relax, relax. And you can go further deep into thought-free state, zero state of mind becoming empty, silent, totally silent. In that deep inner silence, we trust that it is safe. This silence, emptiness is safe. Just embrace that silence, go into the deeper and deeper to the center of the silence. Just try reaching to the core of your being, core of this state of deep inner silence. Deep silence. Each breath can guide you to that place of deep silence. And suddenly you transport yourself, transcend yourself beyond time and space, where there are no barriers anymore, where there are no limitations of mind, thoughts, body. You are in that state of limitless, expansive state. In the deep state of inner stillness, as you start trusting, growing in your trust, totally safe, the universe is a safe place for you. And the primordial consciousness, the primordial energy which created us, also sustains us. We trust that source of everything. Through this emptiness, the silence, the Shunya, Mahashunya, you can directly be in communion, in oneness, vibrationally connect, tune to that source of everything. Through this silence, connect to your spiritual guides, connect to your higher self, the angelic beings, or Mother Earth, or you may directly connect with the force, the energy behind the coronavirus, so that you can learn something from this. You can have these inner conversations which happens directly from your consciousness to with the greater consciousness. In this heightened awareness state, you may have this inner experience either through visually or through kinesthetic ways, through getting the impressions, through telepathically, you may get inner messages. It's non-verbal communication in that oneness state with the greater intelligence, greater consciousness, greater energies, where you can directly understand things. There is a inner knowingness that comes to you about with certainty, with such great trust you have insights. Trust the intuitions, insights, realizations that you're getting from this emptiness. When our mind is absolutely still and empty, there's a higher mind which is always in divine connection with our consciousness, our Atma, or the soul, which always operates. It's non-linear. This higher mind converses with the greater intelligences, greater energies, greater consciousness that exists. First, initially, you become one with that greater consciousness to have this deep communication, receive. You are ready. You deserve to receive all the answers for your questions, dear friends. Trust, trust. It is safe to meditate. Trust that all the divine experiences, they speak to you. They give you a certain understanding about your own self. We are whole and complete. We are all gods. We are divine spiritual beings, multi-dimensional beings. As ancient Upanishads says these great utterances, these Mahavakyas, Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi Svetaketo, Prajnanam Brahma, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, Anando Brahma, all saying one thing, that you are the God that you are searching for. Your consciousness, which is residing in the body, is not separate from the consciousness which is all pervading. It's one and the same. Right now, trust as this new insights, new understanding comes to you, which can heal you from within. From the wholeness arises healing. The word heal is derived from is Greek, Latin languages, which means whole and complete. Our soul is whole and complete. When we realize this, a deep inner healing begins. The spirit, the soul, the consciousness, as it has this beautiful awareness of itself, that it's whole and complete. It illuminates the mind. The mind has this new understanding. Mind experiences something, a beautiful peace and tranquility. And as the mind becomes healed, peaceful, tranquil, your body responds. Your body completely experiences a beautiful well-beingness. Another 1 minute, dear friends. And 30 seconds more. That's good. Dear friends, slowly and slowly, you may rub your palms and place them on your eyes, touching your eyelids, and let the energy from your hands, fingers be distributed to your eyes. And even just gently touch your cheeks and your head and your body, and it's like loving yourself, distributing this beautiful energy to your body. And slowly you may open your eyes with joy, peace, love. Dear friends, if you like this meditation, you can practice it again on your own. You can do it on your own, self-guided. And one more question that is asked by a friend here, Sumant Gungari, about chakras. Some people are saying that chakras won't get activated for a lifetime without doing chakra meditation, but Patrick said it will happen through Anapanasati. Yes, Sumant Gungari, it is actually a myth that people keep saying that we do need to activate the chakras, but know that in Anapanasati meditation, when you're watching the breath on its own, the chakras gets activated. You don't need to put an effort to awaken, open the chakras. It's very natural because the moment the mind is silent, your breath is changing the gears. Initially, either it is left nostril or right nostril breathing. Surya Nadi and Chandra Nadi. We have these two different types of breathing. But the moment you are watching the breath, what happens is Sushumna Nadi gets activated, friends. That Sushumna Nadi has a direct connection to the Kundalini Shakti, which is residing like a sleeping serpent in the Muladhara chakra, root chakra. And the Sushumna Nadi is now going to be igniting that spark in the root chakra. Then slowly in your meditation, the energy starts shooting up, rising above through all the chakras, from the root chakra to second Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Agya, Agna chakra, and then Sahasrara. It's very natural. On a different episode in the Inner Journeys, I'm going to speak detailedly about this changing of vibrations through the chakras, how it happens through Anapanasati meditation. I am a great fan of Buddha, a great fan of Brahmashri Rama Patriji, my guru, and a great fan of Anapanasati meditation because it has benefited me a lot. So we can just be in the natural method. We don't need to practice complex methods of awakening the chakras, this chakra, that chakra. Just slow down your mind, experience silence, watch your breath. That itself will awaken all the energy centers. So, dear friends, and thanks for sharing all the beautiful your gratitude and thanks to me. And also, we thank everyone who joined me today. Our Vietnamese friends joined today and across the globe. I think there are many from Spain, from UK, from, I think there are many. Yeah. So, Nandita Metharu, feeling blessed today, my master. Thank you so much giving all the answer. I'm excited to see Lakshmi ji soon. Lots of divine love. Thank you so much, Master Nandita. Nandita ji, namaskar. One more question from Suchi Goyal sir. Sometimes I receive some messages or insights during meditation, but I'm unable to act on. Already we talked about it. We integrate that experience. Any more questions that I'm checking here in this? Yeah, that's very good. I'm going to connect with you, all of you friends, in the next session, day after tomorrow, because again, in English, we'll be having one more session. Team Zorba from Raipur, Gurpreet Rasam. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir, for wonderful meditation. Lakshmi ma'am's message would make the sessions complete. Yes, yes, I know all of you are waiting for Lakshmi ma'am, and she'll be sharing with you more. Yeah, that's really wonderful. Thank you. We'll definitely follow Ahimsa Mansa Reddy. Thank you. Thank you, dear masters, for joining me. And I wish you great meditations and great spiritual readings. Read spiritual books. And I watched a movie, a Hindi movie, uh, just a day back, a day before. The name of the movie is Bala. Bala means the bald head. So there's a nice, interesting movie which I like. It's a comedy movie, but there is a powerful insight about how the childhood wounds, body shaming, how it affects, how the shame it makes us go into what is called a deep, fearful state where we try to hide ourselves, we dim our shine, we try to dim ourselves. So interesting movie. Uh, I really like the message from the movie. Most movies are not only entertaining, some of the movies carry a special message. It really, if we learn from the movies also, there are messages that we learn. There are many spiritual movies also, friends. Swati Khatta is asking, when were you making us do meditation past 9 years ago at Life University? I got one scene in my mind that I had seen in the form of none. Okay, that's perfect. It's perfect. Sir, please also share QLU details and programs. Okay. So, friends, about the Quantum Life University, there is a website www.qluglobal.org. Quantum Life University, in abbreviation, it's called QLU. qluglobal.org. So you will find all the information about the programs that we conduct. One program highly recommended is now I think there is a comment posted here by our team members, Harika and Charan and other team members from Quantum Life Community Campus, qluglobal.org. And the email is info@qluglobal.org. You find all the information that you are searching for. And like one program we highly recommend is called Soul Coach Transformational Program. It's a free program for 20 days. It's residential where it's offered for everyone. You need to enroll yourselves beforehand because they're limited. The seats, like only 500 people are given the chance to attend this program because we don't have accommodation to accommodate more than 500 right now. So you can enroll it through the website. It's free. Only thing is you need to register well in ahead. Already registrations are going on. It's conducted in two semesters in two languages also. So Telugu program is different from English. We have every year these two, almost 4 semesters. It happens in the Quantum Life University campus. You can access all the browse through the details, dear friends. And also one more program we highly recommend is Maitreya Buddha Transformational Program, MBTP. That means every month, 2 days, we're going to meet on the campus where people from all cities and towns and villages to everyone joins there. We meditate together. We do a lot of seva yoga, like we work with the plant energy. We also help cows. We clean the campus. It's called Shamadan. And also we have Upanishads wisdom, wisdom of Upanishads. So far we covered about Buddha's wisdom. Almost 1 year it took. We covered all the sutra wisdom of Buddha, main sutras. And second, Bhagavad Gita, we completed all the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita through MBTP program. And now almost 5 Upanishads are already covered. There are total 10 Upanishads and also Brahma Sutras we'll be having. So you can access all those details. So Sandeep Gulati ji, Namaskar, Usha and Sandeep ji. Yes, it's nice to have you here today. You're watching. I'm very happy about that. And there are many of our friends I could see. I could read your comments. Thank you. So, friends, you can access all that information up. Additional to that, there are many um, online programs. Someone asking about the online programs. We have not at launch the online programs, but we're going to do it soon because we have that idea to create even online platform so that people can also access. But hope in the future we have that kind of resources and software engineers who can help us to create that platform where we can really have a virtual classrooms where online platform can be created. So it will also happen in the future. But right now, this is what we are doing, friends. And you're most welcome to access all the information through the website. If you have anything that you want to share, we welcome you to share through the email. And generally, I have, I can access only few mails per day I can answer. So our friends are assisting. So if some of these questions are our team members who are also masters, they can reply back to you, and any information that you're seeking, they will definitely will give you. So our friend Lynn is writing here in the comment, me attended Soul Coach training program February 2020 with 43 Vietnamese students. It's a wonderful experience. Hooray! Yes, 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 my dear Vietnamese friends. It's really wonderful to have you all. Really, it is like I feel so excited to say about it. It's really wonderful that Lynn brought such a big group from Vietnam to the campus because um, online trainings are different from, the training where all people come together and share and meditate together, something different. I welcome you all, friends, to come to the campus, live the campus during the program for 10 days, 20 days. Soul Coach program and experience the energy, experience the deep meditations we all can do, learn. We can learn from each other. And also, another thing is our friend Pawan is sharing that you can access free guided meditations from our website. There is a link that is posted here, qluglobal.org/free downloads. You can access all that meditations there on the website. Pawan is our team master, Sangha member. It's probably late. It's so nice to see you. And I'll probably catch up on the whole thing later. Sure, sure. So, friends, right now I take leave from all of you. Have nice evening. Take care. And I see you day after tomorrow because it's an English version of the program. Day after tomorrow, we're going to speak. Tomorrow in Telugu language, I'll be speaking on a topic called Swasa Vidya. Swasa Vidya. Because there are many questions that comes to us about the breath, how to observe breathing, how to meditate with the breath, how to be